into the ring.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to CSU. We have a big night tonight. 11 games, all at least going to be attempted to be broadcast. I am Ty, joined here today by
Livy.
Thank you for
No worries.
thank you all for showing up. We have a game that the players are feeling very confident against. University of Mount Union. They have been talking a lot in this pregame about how they think they're going to just kind of mop the floor today.
I do recall, I don't know, last season, but in the 3-3 format, they did beat. Most you can beat by in that.
Yeah. You got 3 players. You got player has 9 stocks to play with. Didn't drop 1. They're saying they're going to 12 stock today. Ruben, never the optimist, always the pessimist. Talking early today, he was like, they always say they're going to 12 stock. They're going to lose, and I'm going to have to carry. Wait. We're going to see like colonies come in with me brawler. What was it he played? Was it like the weird cursed one, or did he play pig? Either way, he's going to come in today. I mean, I think whoever comes in for CSU today, they're expecting this to be nothing more than a warm-up for them. They are feeling as confident as can be for this match coming in.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Do we have a list of any kind of...
Nothing like that.
All right, all vibes based.
All vibes.
Luckily, they all play different, so we should have a decent idea.
And it's a wide range of characters. You got a fair bit of them. You got a snake, you got a Yink, the young Link.
Got the Aegis.
Aegis.
Dreamless.
No. Hero can be a bit campy at times as well from maybe.
Random. That's
a cocky pick. That is a cocky pick for the random to start.
Get in the dark.
Oh, if this is, I actually saw it to start this game, or not to start this game, but pre-game. Dreamless, not Dreamless. Arctic was actually playing the Dark Pit against Dreamless. They were actually warming up the Dark Pit, so if this is Arctic playing, then they might have just hit the gold mine with this.
It also is, I'm not sure if they quit out before starting to... Maybe they were just going random.
I mean, could also, I mean, the fact that they...
Okay, yeah, SDing, so we are probably going to have a different character, unless that was a really lucky hand warmer from Arctic.
I mean, that'd be very funny. Like, he literally, right before this game, he was playing the Dark Pit. Like, I went out there to double check something no more than 20 minutes ago, and guess what? I saw the Dark Pit.
Alright, so I'm anticipating a character switch here. I doubt they're gonna stick with the random.
I mean, could be. Could be a little bit of BM. They said that they're very confident. They expect
Yeah.
a 12 stock. Might just be going for, like, the, we'll beat you on whatever. Kind
Yeah,
of
that's a
confidence.
switch.
Yeah, that's... Either that or it might be wrong stage. You don't know.
Oh, true. I'm not super familiar with this format. Are you familiar with how stage picking works?
It's... I don't know how the first stage pick goes, but it's strike 3, pick 1. I don't know the exact staged list. I think it's standard. I think Kalos is in there. Hollow Bastion. Obviously, you got PS2, Small Battlefield, Regular Battlefield, FD. make FD a counter pick, by the way. Besides that, no Lilat. I think Yoshi's might be in. All right, we see the Mii Brawler.
That's gonna be Dreamless then.
Yeah, that's Dreamless on the Brawler.
Mount Union also not going their real character for the hand warmer, so I'm assuming it was more of a lag test than anything.
Most likely, and yeah, we see the pig. I was right. I thought it was the pig, but I wasn't 100% sure. How do you feel about this matchup, the pig versus the Joker? I think it's a bit rough for me, Brawler, but not going to see it looking rough so far.
Yeah, I think it might be skewed a little bit by online. It becomes harder to react to Thrupper shenanigans when there's a bit of a delay. And Joker also is a character that's notoriously harder to play in delay, but we'll see how it goes. It's working out pretty well for our Mii Brawler right now.
Very close to an early stock there with that Thrupper. Just very nice little bit of DI. Didn't need a whole lot, I don't think, but one more unit of percent would have gotten the kill there. Thrupper doesn't quite catch the read. Reverse up air on the shield. Slowing things down a little bit.
So, assuming this is Victor, Dreamless, I'm his practice partner, or rather, he's my practice partner. I play with him a lot, and he does tend to go for Thrupper more for damage than kills. He ends up missing the window for a lot of those cheese.
How much does Thrupper deal? I feel like it's not that much.
It's pretty good when your options are that, or just playing disadvantage, or advantage rather.
That's fair. Doesn't need the Thrupper for percent apparently, just 39% off rip right off the Angel platform.
Damage is so big in this game. I don't remember if you recall, but when they announced it, they quietly added a little feature where damage is multiplied by 1.2 in 1v1s as opposed to in 3-player or more, which is definitely one of the design decisions of all time.
I mean, I think it's interesting. It definitely adds to Ultimate's cheese factor up throw. I think there's going to be an attempted Thrupper read, doesn't go for it. Shield doesn't connect.
That could have been a big punish, but opting for the safe jab there. Almost killing with the flip kick.
It's very laggy though. If you shield that, you can punish it with basically whatever you dream of.
Yeah, much more laggy than Zero Suit's more famous alternative.
I mean, Zero Suit can just bounce off your shield and be positive on shield. Unblock it feels half the time. Nice little Thrupper read there. Out of shield, kills at 160. Still no stocks drop, so the dream is alive so far.
And if I do recall correctly, in this format, like most crew battles, your damage resets in between games. Okay.
No real way for them to keep it without modding their switches, and we don't want Daddy Nintendo coming after us.
Yeah, so we're one Thrupper cheese away from getting a really, really solid lead this first player.
And we did see last time they played, Dreamless was doing a very good job at that. That's going to be the first stock taken. The dream is not real, it seems, at the very least.
11 stock for sure, though.
I mean, hey, at this pace, UMU might be able to take a stock per player, and that's definitely past the dream.
Yeah.
Not trying to BM UMU, obviously, but more so trying to BM the players.
Yeah, a lot of cockiness coming out pregame from what I heard.
They were not feeling like it was something to worry about. The reverse up air, it's too clean. That's gonna be game one. The first 3 stocks taken for CSU, 1 dropped.
If I recall correctly, that last up air before the up B wasn't true. I think they could have gotten out of that, but I assume they just thought they wouldn't follow up on a non-true combo.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those times where you don't want to just throw out the air dodge and give out an air dodge.
Especially on Brawler, where you can take your stock like that.
Yeah, and like you may not want to go for the double jump just in case you don't want to land without having the double jump in case you're knocked back with like a bear.
Or your double jump can also get caught by the Thrupper.
Yep. You don't want to, there's a lot of options you could have gone for, but maybe sleeping at the wheel a little bit, maybe not willing to go for a risk. CSU. They're going to take what they get, though. They'll get the 3 for the 1.
Yeah. So I'm not, again, super familiar with the format. Are you allowed to switch characters after you've locked in? Okay.
Nope. As far as I'm aware, it's as standard 2010 crew battle rules as it gets.
Okay.
No fancy shenanigans, nothing. No switching characters. Once you lock it in, you lock it in. Once you take damage, if the game ends, it completely resets. No way to... I mean, I guess you could take, jab until you get back to that percentage, but,
fun fact, the crew battle format the community goes with today was invented here in Ohio at an old school Melee event in the early 2000s.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was called. But
Looks like Ohio does do something sometimes in Smash.
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while. It's not just Riptide.
We got 2 top players in each game.
Do we?
We have Cosmos, and then like whoever is the other best player at the time, and then we have like Dreffin, Essie in Melee.
Who else is good from Ohio in Ultimate?
Toast lived in Ohio for a long time.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense.
We still claim him when he does well. But yeah, it looks like they're really thinking this character and stage choice over.
Almost went into the spectator stand. Just wants to. I think they might want to see me take a crack at him, see if I can take it with the Fox.
True.
Not gonna put me in. That's a little bit too much BM.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much BM as it would be to put in. You know the Legend of the Shoes, Little Mac.
Never heard of it.
Love throwing this one out there. I was talking about it last time. I think it was with Psychic. So Adam Shoes is assistant esports director here at CSU.
Mm-hmm.
He's very confident that he is extremely good at basically every game we have. He hit, I think he hit like Diamond in Valorant.
Wow.
I think he's hit Masters in League, Masters in Overwatch, a decent rank in Rocket League. He plays Little Mac in Ultimate and he sucks. It's very funny to me. He's so bad at Ultimate. Like, out of all the games to be bad at as well, it's the party game that you probably played when you were 6.
Yeah. Yeah, fighting games platform fighters especially are unique though in that basically no skills from other games transfer in. I mean, pretty much every shooter game there's some level of fundamental skill that transfers forward. Even with something like Rocket League, you maintain the skills you develop moving in a 3D space and that sort of thing. But Smash is very, very unique, at least in the mainstream gaming space.
In order to find something even remotely close to Smash, you had to find something that was directly inspired by Smash or directly inspired Smash itself. Something like Street Fighter, Tekken, like that's kind of close. I mean, you can pretty much play those games in Smash nowadays. And then there's also things like Rivals or Rushdown Revolt, which I don't even know what the heck of that game at this point, but
yeah,
you've got games that are kind of directly have Smash in their blood or have its blood in Smash, or you have the rest of the gaming industry, which is interesting to think about.
Yeah, especially in the indie game Smash inspired space, there isn't really another game in the Ultimate style. It's very Melee inspired. That making sense, being a lot of the people who grew up with Melee are now at the age where they can work on their own games now, whereas Ultimate has a lot of fresh blood. All of our players are still very young.
And Ultimate itself is a relatively young game as well, right?
Yeah,
6 years.
6 years, yeah.
Just about December 2018.
Yeah, I was 12 when that game came out, and I'm a freshman in college now.
Oh, stop! Don't say that. Oh, you've made me feel so old. I was 16 when that game came out. Oh,
yeah.
I'm not even that old.
Hearing the roar of the full force neutral attack here from CSU1 in the chat.
Oh, hear the roar of my full force neutral attack. What does it even mean?
I don't know.
Is that like an F smash or something?
No, it would maybe rapid jab. Like does a lot of damage full force.
If I think of a full force neutral attack, I think like Captain Falcon Gentleman maybe?
Yeah. Okay, looks like we might be getting into it now.
Yeah, no more of the classic local rambling that you get at any tournament you can watch. We're almost ready to get into the game. What do you think? I was about to say, what do you think would go well into the brawler? Obviously, a sword fighter would be great, but we're sending the Sonic. What do you think? Or they are sending the Sonic in. What do you think of that?
Sonic's an interesting choice. I know that Fox, a character very analogous to Brawler, is considered one of his worst matchups, but I don't know much about this matchup specifically.
I feel like it probably would be relatively decent for Brawler. I mean,
yeah.
Brawler's one of the only characters who can sometimes catch up to Sonic.
Yeah, very solid mobility. I think the ability to take stocks early is very, very good against Sonic.
Oh, yeah.
Prevent him from getting too much of a lead at any given time.
Away. Just running away forever. Nice nair to stuff out the spin dash or spin charge. Can never tell the difference between the two. And be granted, who can?
Yeah. Why did they give him 2?
Yeah, I mean, he's got 2 of the same move. Except, actually, they're not the same move. They're the same move.
They're different enough that it matters in a competitive setting, which sucks because you can't tell the difference.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. This is not looking like the same level of play we saw from Victor in Game 1.
Yeah, definitely not. Maybe it's just a matchup he's less comfortable in. Maybe it's just UMU sending out their best now. But Hopefully we can see something. That's scary. That
Nice
might be it.
air dodge read. That's why we don't see those air dodges.
Oh.
Up air into Thrupper, catches it, and that's why you can't just throw out the air dodge.
Suddenly that huge lead is just gone.
It's that Thrupper cheese.
Yeah.
It's just what Mii Brawler can do sometimes. Let's see if you
Yeah.
can find it again before dropping another stock. Losing 1 stock per game would be quite poetic at the very least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not just the Thrupper that can take stocks really early with Brawler. It's the up smash, it's the forward smash. He's got a lot of ways to shave off your life way quicker than you might expect, and we can see that coming into play, especially now with Victor has so much rage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and every hit now, I mean, forward smash, one of the laggiest smash attacks in the game with that little flourish he does at the end of it, but even so, like 41%, that's plenty. With that rage gone now, though, losing the first stock quite early compared to the last game.
Mm-hmm. We'll see how Dreamless is able to make this last one work. Oh, that was almost
He
it.
goes for it. That wouldn't have killed, I don't think, either. Like, without that rage, that was such a key component. Now it might just, and he's fishing for it a little bit, getting a little predictable there, I think.
Oh, that might be... No, making it out of that. 4 up airs in a row. We're looking at top-tier Brawler advantage state right here.
I mean, what else do you really need with this character sometimes? Just throw it out there. And these up tilts as well feel so scary, even though it's so predictable. You can't really guess wrong, or else you get hit with the up smash.
Yep, and suddenly it's looking like Dreamless might make it out of this game with a stock in hand, taking out 2 whole players from Mount Union.
I mean, still below expectations for these, these cocky little bastards, but I can't say that word.
Well, my first stream is going great.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Not even the first one in trouble. Didn't expect that.
Well, at the very least, if you hear me in trouble, it reminds you not to do it.
True.
Oh! I don't even think that would have killed, but it would have set up a
wouldn't have.
nice edge guard, which could have killed.
Yeah.
Up tilt, not going to convert into anything.
This might be it. Oh,
Just
making it out with the air dodge. Too
really
laggy
solid.
to punish it, though.
Really solid DI as well.
Yeah.
Just up tilting on shield, the fear in the Sonic. The fear you feel to get up tilted on shield twice, run away with spin dash as your option.
Why not the neutral be another super strong kill move Brawler has? And that's going to be it.
No.
Wow. A whole stock left. Definitely not what they were expecting from this match, but very solid lead regardless.
Yeah, I mean, well, first time we saw the flashing Mach Punch was right there. And
Yeah.
went for it once.
Definitely keeping it in the pocket.
I mean, that's such a strength of Brawler, though, sometimes. It's just
Yeah.
hiding your moves, hiding what that last option is. Because have we even seen the side B yet? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's a
No.
burning drop kick, and we haven't seen it come out yet.
Yeah. And online, you don't get to see your opponent make their Mii, and it's not the Mii name isn't shared. So I don't know if our opponents have any way to even know what specials our players have.
Yeah, so like before that, you were probably horrified. Like, what if this is shot put? What if this is, I mean, I guess obviously flashing Mach Punch. Then you're worried about the side B now. Is this just somebody who's keeping that suplex hidden under wraps? Is this somebody who's gone for the craziness that is Onslaught, which never works, but maybe throw it out there? Or is this a safe player who's going for that burning drop kick? Like, there's a lot of options here that CSU have not revealed, given the fact that it's taken so long to show it and Victor hasn't really needed to recover at this point. I'm assuming it's the burning drop kick.
Yeah. I really hope this is Victor, because didn't you say Colin was playing the Pig Brawler earlier? Or did I mishear you?
I think you misheard me, because Colin was playing the pit. The dark
Right,
pit.
right. I thought that was Arctic.
That is, no, Colin was playing the young one. No, what is our...
We don't know.
I'm losing my marbles here. I'm so sorry.
No worries, no worries.
Yeah, no, it was Victor who played the Brawler, and then it was Arctic who played the Dark Pit, and then Colin, I've never seen him pull out anything but the Yink.
I remember back in the day he had a Fox.
Ooh.
Very beginning of Ultimate and during Smash 4, but I don't know if that's still around.
I mean, that is a good character to have in your back pocket,
Mm-hmm.
the Fox. Especially in Ultimate. I mean, you can see I hovered it. That's a character that I picked up as kind of a secondary to main, trying to get away from the heavy mindset.
Yeah.
But
That's pretty much as far away as from the heavy mindset
Yeah.
as you can go.
I mean, it's either that or Samus. Like the it's like the fork in the road meme where like one of them is like the haunted and evil, don't go there, and the other one is like rainbows and pixies and butterflies. Fox is the good ending. Samus is the bad ending.
Fun fact, that template's a Magic the Gathering card art.
Really? What
Yeah,
card?
I don't remember. I think it's just called the Split Path or something.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Yeah.
I love Magic sometimes.
Never played it, but my 10th grade English teacher was really into it, and one time spent an entire class telling us about the lore.
Oh, lore's so nerdy.
Yeah.
There are some things you have to be a massive nerd to understand, and one of the biggest ones is MTG lore. Especially because it, like, so much of it is, like, if you really think about it, Magic the Gathering lore is just a combination of League of Legends lore and D&D. And you cannot find two nerdier things on this planet, I don't think, than League of Legends lore and D&D.
Yeah, maybe. It gets some sick card art, though. You ever seen a Yawgmoth's Vile Offering?
Yawgmoths?
There are two versions. The reprint it's sick.
With a Y?
Yeah.
Yawgmoth.
While you're looking that up, it looks like the game might be starting.
It looks like in the Game & Watch coming in, this feels like it is a good matchup. And holy crap, that art is incredible.
Yeah. Good matchup for Game & Watch or Brawler, you think?
I think this is... I was going to say Game & Watch very confidently, but
Yeah.
Game & Watch can kind of die at like...
Yeah.
Hit the dash attack. You gotta SD there, buddy. That's not your stock to play with. But I think this is kind of a cheesable bad matchup.
Yeah. One thing that does come to mind is, Brawler relies a lot on his relatively safe approaching aerials. Those moves are not safe against Game & Watch.
No.
Very little is.
No, I mean, I don't think there's anything other than a perfectly spaced cloud back air, maybe, if we're talking about non-projectiles.
Max Aura Lucario Nair is 0.
I mean, Max Aura Lucario, like, side B is probably safe on shield.
That's
If
a
you
grab.
hit- Yeah, but if you hit like, the tip of the
Yeah.
aura explosion.
Alright, getting back into it. Hopefully not doing it again and getting us disqualified.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
hey! Burning drop kick, we see it! Suboptimal! Oh. Does expose the burning drop kick as that final... As the final special. Sorry, the esports director just came into the room and distracted us. How rude.
Yeah, how dare PJ do his job?
How dare? How dare he? Who does he think he is? Don't watch this VOD, PJ, please. This is a very nice... Like, this feels like he's stuffing him out. Has to fire just to get out of the combo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fire is a combo. This might be the stock.
Oh,
Not
barely.
quite.
Surviving by a hair.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, had some quiet communication with the producer. Don't mind that. Nice little recovery there from Victor. Dash attack not going to connect the kill, but will do some damage. Keeping that advantage state. Flashing Mach Punch.
That's gonna be it.
Yeah, I mean, that's like, what, frame 5, frame 6 up B?
Yeah, Victor only 16% on his first stock, or last stock rather.
And the Game & Watch can really delete stocks from a character like me. Brawler Nair eats through those sausages beautifully. Mans is hungry, needs his protein, needs to bulk.
True. Wouldn't that be cannibalism?
Don't worry about that part. It's been very nice, dominant play so far, but now we see the Game & Watch is big advantages, that ledge trapping at times with those sausages, with the back air. Now we got the juggling that's so hard to
that
get
might be
through.
it.
That could be the stock, and it is! 66% on the Me Brawler.
Victor might end up taking down 3 players before he drops his final stock. Would be quite a showing.
That would leave one player left. That down B eats through the sausages. You can't just chuck out that neutral special. You can't chuck out that chef like this. You need to be a little bit more intelligent with your ledge traps.
Yeah. Oh, getting out of it with the fire. Just a barely misspaced up there. Very good DI from our player over here at Mount Union.
Down smash. That's such a harsh angle. That down B is so good for recovery, by the way. Like, it is just kind of a worse version of flip kick, but it is so good.
Scary scramble situation there. That's one of those areas where both of these characters excel. Is that it?
That might just be it. Down throw into Thrupper. A third player. Another one bites the dust.
Yeah, and that 131% is now null and void in the next game, which is scary to think about.
Just completely gone percent.
that does not matter anymore against this player who is now taken out, what, 9 stocks at this point?
Yeah. Wow.
It's 9-2.
Let's see who Mount Union's sending out for their last, I believe, player.
Should be. It's 4v4. So unless I just forgot how many players UMU has sent in so far.
It's definitely 3. Because we've reached 10 KOs.
Get 10 KOs. I don't. The Sheik.
The Sheik.
The
you're
warm
right.
up. The hand warmer round.
Yeah.
I think he hit a single arrow, and then 40 seconds later, the Sheik SD, and that counted as a kill.
Also, the dash attack. No, because the dash attack they didn't SD after. Yeah. So it would be 10 exactly. When you're actually the player, you can see it on your little
that's what the
medal
little medal
thing
is, yeah.
But we have no way of seeing that on their thing, I believe. Oh, we could actually go to the player count? I think so. I could be misremembering.
I'm not risking that!
Too late!
We're in this. Not risking that anyways! Oh, I'm not doing the same mistake.
We can check later. We'll figure it. Okay, we're in this. We got this.
Okay, yeah, no, we got time. You said the player thing on the top
Yeah,
right?
top right.
Let's see.
Yeah,
10.
exactly
10. It was that arrow into 40 seconds later SD.
Only 2 on Mount Union here. Man, getting so close to taking that last stock off Dreamless and not cutting it out is gotta feel rough.
Yeah, I mean that's a bit of a tilter, that one. And this is not even like, this is not close to like CSU's final form or anything.
Yeah, no, I'm not super familiar with the relative skill levels of our players, but I know Ruben and Colin have been like state level threats before. And
I mean, I think Ruben is quite clearly the best player right now, in my opinion. Yeah. I think Ruben has the potential. I think, I don't remember if I talked about it when we were on stream or before that. I think that he has that potential. I think I was talking about it with our producer. I think he's got that potential to be like, he can top 8 a major at some point next year or so. It'll have to be like a hell of a run. But I think he has that potential. He's got the ability to make a run like that. Like, he's a very strong player. Colonies used to be, what, second in Northeast Ohio?
Second in Ohio behind Toast. Yeah.
Second in Ohio in general. Yeah, so that's another extremely good player. And that would leave Victor third, assuming you don't think Arctic or Chimpus are better than him.
Yeah.
And I think he's about two.
Yeah, Victor did take out Chimpus at the last Kent combo, I believe.
What was the score?
I don't recall. I can pull it up depending on how long these players take.
I was watching some of those games live. I missed that set. I watched the winners semis and then stopped watching.
Yeah, Victor got third at that event, losing game 5s to first and second place Devotion and I forget who the other was.
And then that would mean that Chimpus got fourth.
I don't know, because I think Victor beat Chimpus in winners, so...
Did he? Could have still gotten fourth if he fought his way back through losers.
That's true, that's true.
But that's a bit of an assumption.
Chimpus got 5th.
Chimpus got 5th, okay.
Yeah. The score between Victor and Chimpus was 2-0 Dreamless favor.
Oh, okay.
Chimpus also getting an upset factor 6 over Happy. Admittedly, Happy did go secondaries, but...
All right, sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties to work out. Zelda, not the most... It's hard to say some things nicely, but not the most prevalent character. Not the best character.
Yeah, one of the least represented in the game, in fact.
For good reason, I'd say. Not just because she's subpar in the meta, but also just because I don't like her.
Yeah. However, that statistic does start to skew a bit when you look at online tournaments, where zoners like her have a bit of an advantage, arguably. And so far, it's been working out decent for them.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a projectile character like this, they are inherently going to succeed just that little bit extra. Nice read! Can't do that one twice in a row. Teleports onto the stage, and it's going to be a read to get the forward smash there. It's been 80% now onto Victor, who's got to survive this little bit longer. Tech in place. Looks like it saved his life for the moment.
Yeah, and Victor loves doing this thing where he'll jump straight in front of your shield and then jump onto the platform and run to center and just try to catch a panic option there. And we're seeing it come out a couple times, but very close to dying there, but not quite making it.
Just barely. If you get grabbed now at the very edge there, dodges that forward smash with that shield, down air pops up, doesn't hit the spike hitbox, nair to send off stage.
Yeah, we could easily see another stock here with the Thrupper.
That back air just safe enough to get away from that.
Oh, and that's not quite it.
If this ledge trap is good, up B's onto stage, not ready for the punish. F smash center stage, that'll do it.
Yep, alright, and then up losing 3 whole stocks here. Not the performance our
By no means.
players were expecting, but I think we should be able to close this out pretty easily, barring any generational comebacks from Mount Union here.
Yeah, unless this is the single strongest video game player in the history of the world, this dude would have to be like Boyd or something.
True. World's greatest gamer.
World's greatest gamer.
It's crazy that he just has a legitimate claim to that now.
I still don't know if he is. Like, I'm sure he has a legitimate claim to it. What was the? Was it the Ludwig tournament? That
Yeah,
got
the YouTube gaming one.
I don't know if I would call him. He is. Don't get me wrong, extremely talented.
Yeah.
But Sonic Fox is crazy.
True. I think for that sort of competition, you need some kind of open qualifier for it to
Oh yeah, for sure.
be a definitive title.
Because didn't like Alpha Rad get into that or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think I would call Alpha Rad a player at video games who could be one of the world's greatest gamers. And also Super was in it, and he's kind of just got the one game.
True. Also, I think there was a skew towards players that make good content over all else. I mean,
That's true.
there's a reason Mango was the Melee player there. Mango's just a beloved icon, big streamer.
Yeah, would have loved to see HBox in there personally. Was he in there?
No. Mango was the only Melee player. I would have loved to see Leffen or Armada compete, considering they're both very successful in other games.
I'm biased against. I'm not going to get into it, actually. I don't want to be.
You hate Swedish people.
I hate them. They are hiding something in there. I just know it. That snow is not natural.
They've had it too good for too long.
Too good for too long in Sweden. No, but I would have loved to see HBox compete in that. I love HBox. I think the idea that Puff is killing Melee is proves that all Melee players are weak and do not understand what real game is.
Dude, I was in the crowd for HBox Cody at Riptide. That was insane energy for Mango, or for HBox rather. I'd never seen anything like it for a Puff player.
I mean, I think having a character in a game that's so mechanically intensive, it's Puff in Melee to me is like Winston in Overwatch. It's like a very low mechanical character, but the fact that you can do the things that you do on that character is so impressive because you're not pressing as many buttons, you're not doing the crazy cool mechanical things, you're just smarter than that guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I love a little bit of Puff play myself. That said, I'm not super thrilled when I run into one in bracket, but...
Well, that's a different conversation. I think there's a lot of characters that I like watching or like commentating that if I played against them, I'd probably find the nearest. I can't say that on stream, actually.
Yeah, no.
Find the nearest...
Sending in Colin, though.
Yep, that makes sense. Colin must have recently arrived. He wasn't here when we were out there a little bit ago, unless he was out there when you were there.
I didn't look.
Yeah, I did see him earlier, and I was last out there like 5 minutes before the game started or something. But yep, sending in Colin. This is that second best or best player at CSU. One of the strongest players that we have to offer, and the Young Link is a character that feels very oppressive to play against.
Yeah, Colin having competed for a long time, being one of the best players in the state in Smash 4.
Something like 6 years or something like that, right?
Yeah, so despite being a freshman, very storied history with this game, and we'll see what he can bring to the table.
Yeah, the way that this guy is reading the the neutral specials from the Zelda. It's been very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Not throwing those boomerangs into that reflector. That time he does, but before that, it's
You
been...
picked a great time to comment on that.
Yeah, that's a classic caster's curse.
Yeah.
Get used to those. I've gotten used to them at least.
Ooh.
Oh, pineapple there. That's not something you see every day.
Yeah, do you know what's going on there where he throws the bomb and it doesn't explode when hitting the ground? Is that a tilt throw versus smash throw thing? Or?
I think that is a tilt throw, if I'm
Right.
not mistaken. That is something that we could also ask the player later if we really wanted to. But...
That's true. Get some post-game breakdowns.
Mhm.
Do you know if we'll have any chance to bring him on the stream?
Ideally, yes. I do like to bring on the players after the game for a quick interview, and we've got the producer rocking with that as well, so we will probably try to get that going on.
Sick.
Nice little grenade onto the Zelda, not the bomb conversion that you may want to see, the boomerangs hitting the shield, not finding a whole lot of value. Nice dodge on that.
Not going for the follow-up there, surprisingly, but maintaining advantage here regardless.
Oh,
and hitting the tag.
Really nice tech. The Phantom slows down the up B, but it's not going to matter in the end. He hits the stage, down tilt into up air. Is that the
That's
conversion?
gonna be it. Restock from Colin.
Did we go to PS2 every game, by the way?
Yeah, they didn't switch it at all. Lame.
Very lame.
It does sound annoying to do in a crew battle format, though, I'll admit.
What, striking?
Yeah, especially over Discord.
Yeah.
Just not as seamless as in person. But
You just gotta send the messages, like, literally after every game. Like, I used to sub for these guys. I'm not very good, mind you. I've got like 3 or 4 characters in Elite Smash. I'm not great, but I used to sub for these guys, and the games I would come in for, the way it would work would be Ruben would walk up to you, he would have his phone out, and he's like, Hollow, Battlefield, Smashville. Those are their bands.
Yeah.
And then you're just like, FD. Or
Yeah.
something, whatever you want to pick. And he's like, alright, sends the FD.
yeah, I played in Esports Ohio, which is a high school league. And Sage banning held up the match time more than any campy character ever could.
I mean, in-game time, we're probably sitting at about 10-15 minutes, and it's been 38 minutes since the start of the game.
Yeah. So I'm not super familiar with the format. Is this best out of 3 crew battles?
BO3, yep.
Right. That's interesting. I haven't
Not-
seen anything
Not the
like
most
that before.
standard of formats.
Yeah. And we're in 3 leagues, correct? Do they all run the same format?
I have no idea. I don't think so. Last time I remember being able to consistently commentate, because I've been playing a lot in the past year, or I was playing a lot last year, I should say. They had one that was 3-player crew battle, one that was 4, one that was 5. I think they're all 4, because I've only seen them play 4. Which I think for the roster that CSU has kind of favors them, honestly.
Yeah.
The only thing that would favor them a little bit more is if they had a traditional sortie player. They have Victor who can play the Aegis, but that's not really as traditional as a sortie, especially with how weak her recovery is.
Yeah.
Like if they had somebody who played Lucina or Ike, I know those characters aren't exactly good right now, but still a strong Lucina can be dangerous. A Chrom, a Roy.
Has Lucina fallen off, or is it just that Proto had to retire?
I think it's a combination of Proto's retired and the rest of the game has gotten much more campy and lame, so Lucina has a slightly harder time actually approaching when she's not sitting back and being the campy lame one,
Yeah.
like forcing other people to approach.
I can see that.
Like the more the game has evolved, the more it's been about kind of sitting back and letting the opponent come to you, playing that passive play style. Even a character like Fox has to do that nowadays, even a character like Falcon has to do that a little bit, and that hurts Lucina because she likes to be like the character who's all about sitting back and, you know, spacing out with the fair. You know, now she can't do that as easily. We've got things like Min Min, we've got things like Sephiroth, Byleth that just outrange her. Although I guess we could even see like a Corrin player. Like that's another thing I think would fit nicely into CSU slot, because the only sortie players would be the Aegis and a hero.
Yeah.
The heroes aren't exactly a sortie.
Yeah. Corrin's been very big on the rise in the last
Who
year or
is?
so. Corrin?
Yeah.
Yeah, with both Neo and Shattuck sort of popping off recently. Shattuck being a top 10 player now, I believe.
Sounds accurate.
And then even Cosmos picking the character back up, actually beating Dreamless
Ugh.
as opposed to going to Mirror recently.
Ugh. I'll be fully biased. I hate Corrin. I think that character is a mid-tier some people are like, can we admit this is a top tier now? No. I will be here. I will be standing against the powerful coming wave of Corrin. Once people learn how to shield SDI the F smash, once people learn how to not get like pin 2 framed by mixing up their timings, if you know you're playing a character who can do that. Once people learn the counterplay, that character's mid tier. That character's not good. It's like Ike. Ike and Corrin are the same in my brain, which I know is crazy, but I think that neither character is better than the other.
Yeah, I think Corrin is a character that very much allows the player to put their fundamental skills to work. It doesn't rely too much on character-specific knowledge on the player end, and I do think there is some merit to that in a game where so many of the characters you're playing against will have so much character-specific knowledge that you need to have. But I also agree. I don't think Corrin is anything super special in her own right.
Yeah. I mean, granted, she is a very, very good neutral-focused character, right? The fact that she has those very safe, disjointed hitboxes, back air being such a good move. One of the best back airs in the game, up there with the likes of like DK and obviously the Block Man.
I love Steve back air.
You love the Block Man back air?
Yeah.
That makes one of us. I think Corrin has a lot of strengths. I just don't think those strengths are enough to put that character too relevant. And we're going to see, coming into this game, no more of the local type ramblings. At least for now. We're probably going to get some immediately after this.
Yeah.
Me Brawler versus Sonic coming in.
Yeah, presumably sending Victor back in. We've seen these two players play once before, and we'll see how it goes this time around. Maybe Mount Union's gathering some data. We'll have to wait and see.
Download complete, but possibly see if that works out. Doesn't look like it'll be so to start. Up tilt. One up tilt after the other. First one didn't even hit shield.
Yeah. That a directional air dodge we see come out against Brawler is such a blessing and a curse, because on the one hand, sometimes it's the only option to get you out of a situation, but sometimes it's out of one situation directly into another.
Yeah, out of the frying pan into the fire. But at this point, the way it's looking, Victor may just be the fire and the flames, the one you have to worry about burning yourself on. This one's been pretty even, though.
Yeah, not quite the level of dominance we were seeing so far, but oh, is that it? Oh, that was almost a stock.
If that spring hit, it would have been, I think.
Yeah.
But the way that Victor's been playing, he doesn't lose too hard after getting to kill percent. Once he gets to kill percent, that's where he lives, and I need to stop talking because the curse is real. Down throw. Gonna fish for the thrupper a little bit, but the spin charge will be enough to get back onto stage.
Yeah, this is the first time we've been at a disadvantage this entire match.
Yeah, quite literally.
Yeah. But again, Brawler character can steal stocks very easily, so we'll see what Victor's able to do about this situation.
I think he might be getting a little bit nervous going for these flashing mock punches in neutral a little bit. That F smash, very punishable. Look at that jump away spin charge is enough to punish. Down special knocks him off stage.
Yeah, he's really looking for this stock now, throwing out smash attacks one after the other, but going to lose his second stock prior. This is not looking good for our boy.
He's just fishing for it. He's starting to feel very nervous in the way that he's playing. I'm sure Ruby is not feeling good. He does not want to play today.
Does he not?
He hates it when he has to play.
Wonderful. That's really the spirit we want to see from our players.
Absolutely. Good old Captain Ruben.
Oh, the captain. Wonderful.
Okay, the back air across the stage at around 170 after the hit is going to eventually take that first stock for CSU, but at the very least, we've seen how this Brawler can work, and we've seen it take stocks very early. This is not a done game one yet.
Definitely not. But this is a lead, especially against Sonic, that's hard to make up even as Brawler.
I mean, especially against Sonic. Sonic is one of those key play characters who, once you get the lead, it feels so difficult to get away from it. The flaming drop kick, burning drop kick, back to stage, down throw, tries to fish for the back air, doesn't find it forward air. That's going to knock off stage.
Jump?
F smash not going to hit. Up tilt, up air. Not going to find the conversion into the thrupper.
Yeah, these offstage situations are really nickel and diming Victor, but that might be a stock. No, missing the thrupper.
That up smash would have killed, I'm pretty sure. Mid-rage against a Brawler at 136, I'm pretty sure that up smash would have been enough to steal the stock.
That might be the stock.
Not quite.
Not quite.
We'll send it off stage. Not reading that down B attack again.
Yeah. If I'm Dreamless here, I just want to take this last stock. I want to get one more before I'm out, and he's going to end up doing it, but probably not the way he wanted to.
I mean, a little bit of a flub. You'll take what you can get, especially because with all this rage, you may just be able to find a cheeky kill. Down throw 2 into that dash attack up air from earlier. This might just be it if he can find something a little bit cheeky. Grabs will clank.
Oh, missing the falling up air.
Down B back to stage.
Oh, barely missing
Does he
that
get
ledge.
the reverse? That's the
Tragic.
first full substantial lead. 1 game in, UMU 3-2.
Yeah, and Sonic is definitely not the character you want to be down against, that's for sure, especially in an online format.
This guy is going to be running away.
Yeah.
He will not approach.
So in crew battle format, how do timeouts work? Do you know?
No clue.
No clue. Cool.
If I had to guess, I think I've actually asked this before, and I think the player with the more stocks just automatically wins, and all the stocks for the player with less stocks just get removed.
Right.
So,
That
for
makes
example, let's say we see Arctic come in, we see the Rob come in. If they camp each other out for 7 minutes, and both players still have all their stocks, the Sonic will be out after losing, and will lose that last stock.
Right, right. So even though Mount Union is ahead in the player count, it's the stock count that determines timeout.
I'm pretty sure.
Right. I see. That makes sense.
I'm not 100% sure, don't get me wrong, but
It'd be pretty crazy if you could win the first game and just
run away.
time out 4 players in a row,
Yeah.
despite having less stocks.
Would not be the best system, I don't
And
think.
there we go.
Just a little bit of a production flub, do not mind. What we see on our end is we've got a very weird setup here.
Yeah, for sure.
We've got the producer with their face to the back of the monitor that we're looking at. They're typing in the notepad. I think they're about to send us a message. But they got their face to the back of the monitor while it's facing us. Hello, producer. Yes. Yes, thank you, thank you.
You guys couldn't see much in the camera, but for reference, we are just in like a basement in the engineering building with giant Dell
it's not a
server rack to the
basement.
left.
It's not,
Is it not?
No, it's just a room off to the side.
Windowless room off to the side.
Windowless room off to the side. Colonies will be coming in for this one.
Alright, this is an
Bring it back
interesting
in.
counter pick. I
They
honestly
sense-
would have expected the snake. Maybe Ruben just wasn't feeling it. I don't know who calls
He
those
wants to
shots.
anchor.
Yeah.
I'm almost positive he wants to anchor. They always try to keep Ruby in or out, so then they have that strong anchor. He's had times in the past when CSU had a much weaker roster where he has had to literally take every single stock before from the anchor position, and he's done it. So
Yeah. Alright. Mount Union gonna forfeit their 2 stocks
this
here.
man's is timing out the stock. No, I'm kidding. We did see Kalos. This is the first time I'm confident that we haven't seen PS2, and
Yeah.
I do like Kalos a little
We
bit.
saw Hollow the Game & Watch game. I
Oh,
just
yeah,
remembered.
yeah.
Yeah, interesting stage choice from Colin. I think typically you want smaller stages against Sonic, is the word on the street, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, it gives him less room to run around. Not quite sure what the thought is with the Kalos.
I think it's less of a concern when you start 2 stocks up and know you're
That's
not going to get super timed out.
You are being kind of ran through right now, though. You're going for these forward smash reads that are not finding any value. You do have that wall jump, so maybe that was the thought, but Sonic, I'm pretty sure, has a wall jump as well, right? Nice little conversion for the
Yeah.
back air.
Yeah, I'm not sure how a character like Young Link, who has such stubby hitboxes, is supposed to really challenge the spin dash and, what was the down B one called?
Spin charge.
Spin charge.
I mean, we did see, at the very least, Victor with the Nairs stuffing it out, so we might just
Yeah,
see
that's true.
Colonies stuff it out with the Nair as well.
Yeah, looking to challenge it with the boomerang, but I don't think that beats it.
Even if it does, that's not something I would advise for personally this spring. Gonna give Colonies a launching pad more than anything else.
Yeah. Does he make it back the spring? I think saving him.
Yeah, it was close either way. Even if it didn't save him, it was definitely going to make that recovery easier. Nair out shield, boomerang, nice little conversion.
might be it.
Forward air into the B. What a beautiful little bit of a play there.
Yeah.
Keeping all 3 stocks, evening things up once again.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, now that we have a good sense of Mount Union's roster, who they're going to send in for this game.
Uh-oh.
And we're having a bit of technical difficulties on our end, so
Game
please
froze.
stand by.
Game has frozen.
Is it the game frozen or is it OBS? Because the volume also isn't.
That's a good point.
Sorry about that. We had some technical issues. We ended up getting kicked from the lobby. So we're going to rejoin that and we'll be back to you as soon as possible.
Welcome. Sorry. Go ahead.
All good. Sorry about that, folks. We had some technical issues, but we are back. We're ready to keep watching. Luckily, I don't think we missed a game, so...
No, we did not. Let me double check my DMs with Chimpus so I can give you a direct quote. I said, got kicked rejoining, and he said, it takes them forever. You are good. Which is not entirely incorrect because one of these teams has clearly been taking their time with striking.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know that it's not us, so future streams will not be taking this long.
Indeed. Bring back out the
Joker.
Joker player they started with
I forgot
last
they had a
time.
Joker.
Me too. I honestly do think this is a pretty good counter pick. I mained Adult Link for a long time, and that was one of his worst matchups.
Well, that's good to hear. I need to pick up Link because I hate Joker.
No, Joker is one of Link's worst matchups.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, which is why I assume they're bringing out this counter pick. I know recovering with spin attack can be very hard in this matchup when you have down gun, but we'll see how it works out. Starting out pretty even.
Yeah, I mean, downwards gun. How many problems do you have? 14. How many problems are solved by downwards gun? 15. It's kind of just Joker in a nutshell. And any of the -1 problems you were worried about before, Arsene solves those as well. So
True. Oh,
nice little conversion. The clank on the up B is actually going to save him from any significant issues. This is neutral, ladies and gentlemen. This is neutral.
sure is. This reminds me of 2019 Smash, man. The Young Link Joker. I mean, we didn't have small battlefield back then, but
Did you know?
no, they patched that in like a random update,
thought
a
it was-
random Wednesday in 2021.
I thought it was instance release. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild.
Smash saw that we liked PS2, and they were like, "Oh, you like PS2? Here's another PS2."
I
And now
think-
we have both.
I think they wanted us to run Hazards on, if I'm being honest. I think they wanted us to replace PS2 with this.
Please turn on hazards. Please.
Yeah, we've got a solid lead here, 55 to 11, 3 stocks to 2. Gonna be hard to make this back up, but we will see on Arsene on any moment now.
That'll do it. That get up attack gives him Arsene. Might just end his own stock. Down tilts. Not going to be followed. The fair. Not connecting to that back air will in this. One of the strongest back airs in the game, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Very crunchy as well.
We forget nowadays with Steve and Aegis how much DLC privilege Joker has. This character is pretty nuts.
It is one of, like, in my opinion, one of the biggest winners of the DLC privilege, with the fact that he's got a comeback mechanic that can just start whenever, if you really think about it. It doesn't even need to be a comeback.
Yeah.
Ooh, up smash.
Ooh,
First
catching
hit
it.
doesn't connect, but the second and third absolutely do.
Yeah. Very solid lead, especially against a character like Young Link who can play very defensive. It's going to be hard to make back.
Nice little catch with the very end of that spin attack.
Yeah, those kinds of punishes there on like lingering moves with a relatively small window. You just gotta know those timings, and unfortunately, not
No
seeing
way.
that. Oh, falling out of the
Oh.
kill confirm. That's so tragic.
Multi-hits, by the way, just barely doesn't connect. That was almost a very clean combo as well. The landing fair into down tilt, fair that time from the Joker doesn't quite connect. That one can land into a falling up air into down smash or up smash, depending on what side they land on, of course.
Yeah, getting a little antsy here from Colin, I think. Throwing out a lot of up smashes. I don't really think he doesn't want to lose this first stock.
I mean, that's something that we saw in game 1 with Victor, was he was getting very antsy as well whenever things started to get a little bit hairy. That's pivot cancel left tilt. That'll take game number 3, going from an even situation to 3 stocks up for Cleveland State.
It's true. Colin coming in clutch.
He only took 140. I mean, I guess obviously he didn't drop a stock and he ended at 146, but he only took 146.
Yeah. Yeah. I do wonder whether answer to this is gonna be my pick personally would be the Game & Watch because of how clutch the bucket can come in, but we'll see what they end up going with. I do think.
I mean, against a player like Colonies, the way that he plays, I mean, last time Colonies played on stream, it was against a Falco, and the Falco just kept reflecting. He was like, I got a great idea for that one, and it's just arrow, arrow, arrow into the reflector. Or I guess it was boomerang, boomerang, arrow, boomerang into the reflector.
They also might have a player we haven't seen yet because we have 5.
Yep.
And they only played 4.
And we only played 2.
They have no idea what we've got except for the fact that our roster is public and pretty well known.
I do believe that, I mean, CSU is one of the top 3 teams in GLEC. So this is one of the teams to study up on before you play. And UMU has obviously played CSU in the past because of the fact that they were in GLEC together. So UMU probably has done some research against CSU, which makes it even more impressive, I think, that CSU has been this dominant given the fact that their opponent likely having researched them up to this point.
Yeah. I do wonder what stage is going to come out also, because we've seen a different stage every game so far. Starting on PS2 and then going to Kalos and then going to Small Battlefield. But looks like the decision has been made now.
Yep.
Just have to wait and see.
Probably PS2, let's be honest.
I don't know, against Young Link?
That's true. Don't think about stage picks against characters very often.
Yeah.
I just kind of think whenever I'm picking stages, I'm just like, ooh, this little one looks fun. I'll play that one.
Me Gunner,
Me
we definitely
Gunner.
haven't seen that before. What are the chances it's also a pig?
Low. What if it? I mean, it could be Sans. Could be
Ooh.
Pans, Pig Sans. That's definitely not
Oh,
Sans.
That's just a guy. That's guest B right there.
That's Gerald. With Gerald with the reflector.
Yeah, the reflector a smart choice.
Yeah. I think I saw. Was that the grenade neutral B?
Yeah, the grenade neutral B. I think that could come in clutch in the offstage situations here against Young Link.
I do personally prefer the charge shot. I think. Oh, good. Also, the fire, I believe that's it's the side B because the
Yeah.
reflectors the neutral B.
So we've seen all except the reflectors,
Up
the down
special.
B, the grenades are the neutral B. Sorry,
I think so.
that's my bad then.
It might be kooky. Oh, nice little conversion there. I just realized this gunner is at 139. I thought that something else was going on. It's the high recovery one for UMU.
Yeah, that's a smart choice in this matchup, I think.
Yeah. Not going to get a lot of out of shield usage of that frame 6 explosive uppercut, whatever it's called.
Yeah. But Colin with a very, very solid lead right now.
Very sizable. 174, a single stray fair or even bear will take the stock. The unfortunate part of that is that you've kind of built up a rage monster to play against. Granted, of all the rage monsters to play against, me Gunner, probably one of the safest. But then again, random F smash from halfway across stage. And a
Forward throw.
I'm so sorry for laughing at that. It just looked so unthreatening of a throw.
Dude, small child kicking you into
Small
the
child kick you.
stratosphere.
Hiya! Sorry, I just kicked you.
No worries.
Oh.
Got some 4D gameplay right here.
Go away, me Gunner! Oh, I'm so sorry. That was so funny to me.
Yeah, again, still a very solid lead with Colin, but letting it slip a little bit. Not the damage lead we were seeing before, but that's not something Young GLEC lacks, so...
Ooh. I just saw something. That was a pretty interesting tech. Boomerang can actually stuff the neutral special grenade if you're able to get it in there, but
Really?
I mean, it looks like if it's about to come out and Boomerang's right in front of them, it'll stuff it, so it's interesting. Down throw, up air. That is true, I'm pretty sure.
You have to react to DDI, it's true.
I mean, can't ask for much more. It's a true combo on a zoner. What?
Yeah, true grab combo at that.
Yeah. Off of a relatively safe, not the safest, but relatively safe tether grab, and
And suddenly that lead I was talking about is back with a vengeance.
it's not just back. It's in full force. Last time,
Yeah.
Colonies was at what 80?
This is their third player, so if Colin holds on to this stock, we could see him close out this game.
Yeah, might not need a third player after this one. Colonies might just be able to take 10 stocks. A second to do the math in my head. You know what I mean? Nice little read on the reflector. Boomerang, fair, down air, or down tilt rather. Not gonna convert, but good pressure.
Youngling down tilt is so,
So underrated.
yeah, so uncharacteristically threatening for what it is. You put it on a character with the combos Youngling has, the damage Youngling has. Let him kill confirm into it. It suddenly becomes very scary in what was otherwise a pretty unthreatening combo starter.
I mean, a lot of Youngling's moves kind of feel like that. Like, even like the fire arrow doesn't feel like the most threatening move.
That might be it.
Pop up doesn't connect the first down tilt, but the second one quite easily will allow for the stock and the game. Is now there's 3 stocks left for UMU to make that miracle comeback that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, we might see Colin close this out. I don't know who their last player they're sending out planning is.
I mean, what have we not seen yet? We haven't seen the Game & Watch.
You haven't seen the Game & Watch. Have we seen the Zelda this
We
year?
have not seen the Zelda.
Not seen the Zelda.
It's entirely possible that the Zelda's the anchor. Did play relatively well when they played.
Yeah, and then those are the only 2, assuming they have 5.
Assuming they have 5, assuming the Me Gunner wasn't one of the 2 players that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah. I think 5 is a pretty standard amount for a format like this, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
you
have
have one
that
person
one
you can
flex
sub in.
slot.
Yeah.
That
If any of you at home watched the Riptide Collegiate streams, they those sorts of majors, Riptide did it a little differently, but I know at Let's Make Big Moves, they had crew battles, and those were, you could have up to 5 players, but only 3 of them played in any given game. So it was a big question of who you wanted to send in.
I like that.
Ohio did very, very well at the Let's Make Big Moves crew battle. I think we got like 3rd in the regional crews, losing to like Mexico and
I mean, if you're
Japan.
gonna lose to anyone, I think that Mexico and Japan, damn good regions overall.
yeah, 2 of the best in the world, really.
Probably the 2 best in the world.
You think over America? I feel like Mexico's pretty top heavy.
It is, but like when you, I guess what I think about Mexico, I'm still a little MK Leo brain because I haven't watched a ton of recent Ultimate. We're gonna see the Zelda, but like I mean, Mexico's still got Spargo, Leo, and SkyJ, who's like that sleeper pick.
Yeah, but
Still worse than like I mean, Sonics is from the Netherlands, right?
Sonics?
Yeah, isn't he?
That's Mr. R you're thinking of. Sonics is from the Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic. So he's from Latin America. So if you,
All of Latin America is probably comparable to America, I think.
probably,
But I don't think Mexico on its own is.
probably.
But we are seeing the Zelda come out, switching back to the actual game at hand here.
Yep, actually, kind of a canonical battle. This is like a training regime that Link could have.
Yeah.
Oh, reads.
Something out of the newest Zelda game. You seen that one yet?
Which one?
The one where you play as Zelda?
Oh, I did hear about that. That one looks.
Yeah.
It looks very cute. It looks very nice. I do like
Yeah. Maybe we'll see something like this. Secret final boss.
it. His secret final boss, Link. Turns out that he's gone bad. He got the Triforce of Power from Ganon, and now he's turned evil. Now we've got Linkendorf or something.
Yeah. But, taking that first stock, almost no damage on Colin, I want to point out.
No.
Very impressive showing.
Not a bead of sweat on that guy's head after that one. Just feeling good. Cover and
Almost
jump.
not a ton to comment on, if I'm being honest. Just very, very clean play.
I mean, even in this game, but this leaves you 6 stocks ahead at this point in the game.
Ooh, interesting teleport there.
Just gonna do it in place, using that hitbox to it's kind of like a damaging spot dodge if you really think about it, with a little
Yeah.
bit more intangibility.
Yeah, you see that sometimes used by Sheiks.
Yeah.
Very similar move. But, yeah, suddenly this is looking pretty even when it was not before.
I mean, we say this is pretty even, but remember, Colonies did start this game
True.
minus 1 stock, dodges the...
Oh, that was scary. Back off stage now. This is...
The way that Colin has been able to play around the Phantom so far has actually been really nice. I feel like he hasn't been hit by a single one, and that's Zelda's best move, but the back air, looking a little bit better in this game, takes that stock.
Oh, barely missing that F smash
Boomerang
confirmed.
stops the combo!
He's gonna get this ledge trap situation though. Not making it work, actually getting reversaled. But he's got another chance here.
Keeping it an advantage for himself. A single up air could kill, opts for the back air.
Yeah, Colin really likes going back to center during the offstage situations, just holding down whatever ground he can.
I do like the strength of that defensive play. Fire arrow. Tries to go for a read. Might be going for that neutral special, but it's just landing quick. Up B in the center stage. This is probably going to kill. Yup. No DI!
I don't know what way you would DI that. I think typically you DI out, but I know in Greninjas you DI in. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's weird. Whatever. A lot of up throws will just send straight up and you just DI either way.
Yeah.
But some of them are different. I think that was a no DI angle.
Yeah. We're really seeing Youngling's strengths shine here. Being able to play at a distance, not really having to interact with Zelda too much, and then getting really, really big damage when he does choose to interact.
I mean, yeah, that is kind of the Youngling special. It's that zoner who can just rush in and get massive combos, up tilt, up air, not going to connect. Dodges the second attempt there. Fire arrow stuffs the Phantom.
We're seeing a last hit scenario pretty much. Well, not if Colin hits 30 more arrows, but...
Yeah. I mean, this is nice, though. This is nice for Colin to build up that little bit of extra percentage lead. Fire
And that's going to be
boomerang.
it.
Yep, that'll just convert into the kill. Perfect DI. Don't really matter at that high of a percentage.
Yeah. Alright, they have one more player? Is that it?
That was it, I'm pretty
That
sure.
was it. Alright,
Right,
we're
that
looking
was
at a
the-
2-0 from CSU.
That was the Mii Gunner, that was the Sonic, that was the Zelda. And...
So we have one more.
Am I missing one?
I don't know.
Didn't we see somebody after the Sonic?
Joker.
Joker, yep, so we
Yeah.
saw 4.
So that's all 4. So that's going to be our match for today, folks.
Yep, just gonna grab one of the players really quickly for a quick interview, and I will be right back.
Lovely. All right, Victor. This Mini Brawl has been really good. Are you picking that up as your main, or are you just feeling good about it as your secondary?
He's just there for crews, honestly. Like I'm not gonna play him in singles very often, but he's really good in crew battles. I like him in there.
And how has your time been in CSU? You enjoying the school?
It's been nice. Yeah, my class is going good. Esports has been fun. I enjoy it here.
All right, sorry the interview couldn't be longer, but we're trying to keep things snappy and quick. Well played. You played crazy today.
Thank you.
Good luck in the rest of your crew battles. Good luck playing as insane as you did today. We're going to move over to Rocket League as soon as we possibly can.